Me and Lauren, the baby, went to my father-in-law's, and we were hanging out, and we had pizza, and we were watching a little bit of baseball, and then, of course, there's news reels that would come in from time to time, and I was sitting there in the kitchen at the bar, and all of a sudden my eye was taken to the television, and that's when I saw a little flash on the screen, a missive from Homeland Security, an infographic from Homeland Security, and they wanted to get back around to letting everybody know how all of our saviors at DHS are going to be prioritizing our safety as we come upon the 20th anniversary of the September 11th attacks. And this is what I saw on screen, and I'm sure it's what many of you have also seen on screen since then. Potential terror threats. They gave us 3. The top 2, opposition to COVID measures. Number 2, claims of election fraud, belief Trump can be reinstated. And then third, the 9/11 anniversary itself and religious holidays. So there you have it. We're getting ready for the 20th anniversary, and they want to make sure that everybody knows that we have some serious terror threats that might be coming from those who believe that the COVID measures that are being taken right now are not violent oppression, or they believe are violent in their oppression. But if you don't like them, you might be the terrorist. And claims of election fraud. This is how they're prioritizing. Here's from the actual release over there at DHS. First, the summary. The Secretary of Homeland Security has issued a new National Terrorism Advisory System bulletin regarding the current heightened threat environment across the United States. The Homeland continues to face a diverse and challenging threat environment leading up to and following the 20th anniversary of September 11, 2001 attacks, as well as religious holidays we assess could serve as a catalyst for acts of targeted violence. These threats include those posed by domestic terrorists, individuals, and groups engaged in grievance-based violence. Grievance-based violence. That means that they have a grievance that is not being listened to and that has been rejected, but they're being taken away by the hysteria of their grievances. Can you guess what grievances there are? Those inspired or motivated by foreign terrorists and other malign foreign influences. These actors are increasingly exploiting online forums to influence and spread violent extremist narratives and promote violent activity. Such threats are also exacerbated by impacts of the ongoing global pandemic, including grievances over public health safety measures and perceived government restrictions. Perceived government restrictions. Grievances over health safety measures. You see, forcing you into unemployment, forcing you into destitution where you can't pay your rent, forcing you into masking your child up and sending them to school, a school that is that resembles more and more of a prison, forcing people. You wait until you see what's going on. We've got some details from New York City now. These are just health safety measures. They're just health safety measures. Anybody could have grievances about this and could actually be irritated by this. We need to keep an eye on them, and we need to watch them carefully. We do. Additional details. Listen to this first bullet point. Through the remainder of 2021, racially or ethnically motivated violent extremists, RMVEs, it needs an acronym, and anti-government, anti-authority violent extremists, which would just be American patriotism, will remain a national threat priority for the United States. These extremists may seek to exploit the emergence of COVID-19 variants by viewing the potential reestablishment of public health restrictions across the United States as a rationale to conduct attacks. So here you go. They're going to exploit the emergence of variants. The variants that are known and not known. You know that once they get through the Kappa, Theta, Delta, Zeta, Foxtrot, all that bullshit, once they get through the entire alphabet, they said that they're going to start naming variants after constellations. So you'll be the Cassiopeia strain, of course, that will be a very bad one. The Draco, who's going to be the dragon? Maybe that'll be the last one. Who the hell knows? So the emergence of these variants, of course, the emergence of them and the potential reestablishment of public health restrictions. So they might potentially have to lock us all in our homes again. And if that happens, we know the real terrorists are those who think that we're going a bridge too far. Pandemic-related stressors have contributed to increased social strains. Pandemic-related stressors. Government action has increased societal stresses. Yes, they have. Not the virus. Government response to a virus has increased societal strains. It's put people out of work. It's put people out of mind, out of body. Driving several plots by domestic violent extremists, and they may contribute to more violence this year. So they're getting us dialed up for something. They're getting us dialed up for something. They really are.